Writing a book requires time for ideas to simmer. Contemplation is the topic of today's video. In yesterday's video, we talked about getting ideas to write your book. That's the first stage of the writing process. The second stage of the writing process is also one where you may not do much writing, and that is the contemplation stage. This is when you're thinking about the possibility of writing your draft, but you're not just thinking, ooh, cool idea. In this stage, you're actually thinking about, what if I wrote it? You are going to likely be doing what I like to call an informal feasibility study. You're going to be thinking about the cost of writing this book. What would it cost you in time away from your family, in effort, in risk, in any other way that it would cost you, time away from work, any of those things. You're going to be just sort of simmering away thinking about that. Now, you may think about this for a long time. Some book ideas linger for years, and that's fine because maybe the time is not right, or maybe you're not yet the writer to write that book. That's all fine. The second stage of the writing process is just thinking about the idea of writing a book. Before you commit the hours that it's going to take to write it, you need to know if it's the right project for you. Now, some of you may be outliners. You know, in the writing world, they talk about the pantsers and the planners. So the pantsers just kind of sit down and write by the seat of their pants. The planners tend to outline and detail things. And there are people all across the spectrum in how they approach writing a book. Now, I don't know where you are on that process, but you're somewhere on that spectrum. If you lean towards the outlining stage, and I know that some writers like to do detailed outlines, they do lengthy character analysis, and before they ever actually get started on the draft, they really like to have a good idea of where that book is going to go. All of that part will actually be here in the contemplation stage. Because again, you haven't really started your draft yet. You're just thinking about it. Now, you may be thinking a lot about it, and you may be kind of hammering down some of the details. For those of you that like to do mood boards for your books, this would be in the contemplation stage. You're just kind of thinking about it and dreaming about it, but you're not actively working on the draft. That's really what distinguishes the contemplation stage. And again, this stage may be really short for some people, and it may take a long time for other people. It may take a long time because you are doing a lot of planning, or it may just take a long time because the timing isn't right yet to get started on that project. That's fine. In this stage, though, you are going to be capturing some of your ideas. You're going to be thinking, oh, this would be something good that if I wrote the book that I would want to put in it. Again, if you're an outliner, this would be the time that you're really spending writing your outlines and kind of hammering down some of that detail. Those are all great things to go in your journal. And in fact, if you're writing in the right method, you will be writing every single day. But often, but after you finish a draft of one book, I encourage you to take a break. That's a great time to do that planning in your journal. And you can just kind of, put it all there. You might want to create a new document for that, but I would actually suggest that you just keep everything in your journal document until you're ready to begin your manuscript. So let's talk about that tomorrow.